Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am live and I'm back. I know I did one in the late of night, early in the morning, but I'm just back to, kill some time and get some shit off my chest like I usually do. So, we're gonna get started in a little bit, y'all. As you can see, I have my own channel here. So if you I've been on here for years doing nothing but just putting up stuff when I have the time for it. So, case in point, my lives are here. I did this earlier, 19 hours ago. This is my current one here. I've done a few lives, but I don't do it for having the sake of, just trying to be popular or that. No, I do it because I like to get shit off my chest. So, good evening, everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to drop a comment, say what's up, get a conversation started. I'll read all of that stuff. So, I'm just going to be, in the meantime, getting some things ready. Let's go to my videos. As you can see, some of these videos you have seen on my social media, on my Facebook or my Instagram. Like this one here, that actually I don't know if anybody's seen this, but it has to be said because, we're in the era of BBLs and I'm like, you know what, that's all well and good, but stop fronting like you healthy all of a sudden. Uh, if you got it done, by all means, make it look tasteful, make it look real, make sure the thighs match.
Yep, exactly what this meme says. I've been holding on to this meme for years, and it still rings true. It's probably even worse now. Yes, to all my friends who are shorter than I am, who are not in the 6 foot club. I'm just 6 foot tall. That's it. I was told by a 5'7" that I was too short. So, yeah, they don't bat an eye. No one bats an eye. It's her preference. She can do what she wants. She can feel the way she wants. And you know how I feel? I don't give a what you may think. If you are overweight and you are obese, you are not the cat's meow. And it's always some females coming with this whole thing. What about the character? And I'm like, keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. Do not tell me I need to date for character and your trifling ass is dating for height and dating for money. Money, 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 money. Yes, like I said, it is important because this world is rough. Okay? But you want money bags that match the ones under your eyes because you done got with the guy who got what you want, but he beat your ass at the same time. And I'm not saying that's what all men in high status do, but I'm saying, will you choose a cheater, a batterer, and a no good just because he got budget? That's like me saying I would choose a evil, conniving, argumentative, combative because she look good. But what about my peace of mind? That is important. So yes, I'm saying it now and then. You might lose your mind, but I don't care. I don't care. You got to do something about your health because health, yes, is wealth. That is exactly what it is. going down to Dior and getting discount surgery, and you never learn how to take care of the body that God gave you, how are you going to take care of one that you paid for? You're going to waste your money. And you risking it for that? And you that haven't learned anything? You haven't learned discipline? You haven't learned how to put the fork down? And I'm supposed to be okay with that. I'm supposed to be okay with your figure 8 and your lunch lady arms. Like, I don't see that you don't train. Oh, yeah, okay.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Oh, and before I finish, this segment goes to the ladies who like to basically push their obese and less attractive friend onto the non-select brothers. It happens so much. There's been years that I didn't even realize what they were doing. And then I just was like, all right, I got a little bit wiser to the situation. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. You know, when my friend want to talk to you, my friend thinks you cute. Walk up to you, like, they point to their friend over there, and I'm like, now I'm to the point that I'm like, I bet it's the fat one. I bet it's the fat one. I bet it's the fat one. It's the fat one. Yep. I'm like, no, I'm good. Thank you so much. I'm good. Thank you. No, I'm good. I'm good. I try to keep it like that. Oh, what you trying to say? What the you think I'm trying to say? Nothing. I'm trying to say nothing. My actions speak as is. No, I'm not interested. Okay? The same way you just basically by default try to deflect me over to your friend. And this is why a lot of them feel like, okay, they can get whoever they want. I bet you can get bodied all night long. You know how many dudes will run up in anything once the lights start turning on? And that's not to make you feel insecure. We gotta keep it real here, y'all. Men and women, well, men, if we have to keep it real and we have to deal with the reality of our finances, of our looks, of all that stuff, it's about time your ass come to the front of the congregation. All of you. I'm tired of sugarcoating shit because it gets nobody anywhere. Y'all don't change. And a lot of guys get gaslit into giving you the world when you don't deserve it. You don't even have the work ethic to take your ass into the gym and get yourself right. You feel like once you got it, you got who you want, lights out. The only women who keep on top of this stuff is when they feel like they got somebody who's taking care of them and they don't need or want for anything. Nobody wants to build shit, but you'll sit down and eat until your heart give out. Literally. Until your foot get cut off. Literally. I'm not taking care of nobody like that. That. I'm out.
You guys are not talking, bro. My man Abba looks like he got off a camel, hasn't cut his hair in years. Dusty as
Hello, everybody. I'm here. Let me just cam up. Give me a moment. And here I am. What is good, everybody? Good evening. All that good shit. It's your boy Fury. And yeah, I always try to at least start now showing one of my videos at the beginning of the stream before I get things going. Sometimes that has nothing to do with where I want to go with the entire stream, but it's just to show you and introduce people who are not aware of what I do on YouTube, which I talk about a lot of different things. But that right there, I find it funny. And when I speak about it, and when men in general speak about it, we're called judgmental and we're called shamers. And I don't get that, I don't understand that for the simple fact that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. A lot of you don't even realize what you do to a lot of men out here and what you say to them. Sorry, drinking some lemon water. Uh, so you don't understand that. And I'm not saying is that, just because you do it, we do it back. It's like we're never going to learn off of one another if only it's a one side situation that's susceptible for it. But anyway, I just can't. What I really wanted to start off talking about, and this is going to probably be like a diatribe, just the opening situation. Um, Let me see if I can at least shift my camera over. That's what I've been trying to do. And edit that, but it's been hard to move that over. I can move my background over, but I'm trying to move that over. There we go. That's a little bit better right there. And there's some other things I need to get. I don't know what is what. Got a couple of things here, but yeah, I've been trying to just basically open with diatribes sometimes. And this whole thing was, when I walk my dog, sometimes I just come up with things that I'm thinking about at the moment, and sometimes it's hard to get back here and get them out because sometimes I say them, formulate them to myself, and sometimes it just flows and it's just gone. But I think today my whole situation that I retained was this whole aspect of, and I was talking to my boy Kerwin that I went to school with for many years, and he mentioned somebody that I once dated, how they forsook having an ideal person in their life because they chased the dollar. And I'm saying to myself, and I'm talking to men and women in general, you got to live a balanced life, y'all. Seriously, I'm going to open with this. You got to live a balanced life. When you robbing Peter to pay Paul and you not paying off every different facet in your life, a lot of things go unnourished. Case in point, let's say I'm strictly on my grind and all I got focused on is school, or all I got focused on is money, or all I got focused on is just something. And there's other things in my life that's taking a hit. Case in point, I'm not going out and meeting people. I'm not going out and meeting friends. I'm not uh finding ways to release tension and stress. I'm just basically living just for that simple thing. Uh, you're gonna end up suffering in different ways because that's why I say you got to live a balanced life. If you're not living a balanced life, you're not fully developing. You're not learning. You are so focused on one thing that you forget how to live, and you fall behind in those aspects. And you know what they say, once you chase the cheese and you accomplish what you need to accomplish, money enhances who you truly are. Money enhances what you truly are. So that's why we saying when people say work on you, work on your character, work on your growth, they're not just talking about getting getting a degree and making money. Those two things are very important. I'm not saying that they aren't. Never said that. No, not at all. But my thing is, if you're just focusing on making sure you reach that certain goal, what's going to happen is that you never learn through trial, error, and being around people how to actually vet a suitable mate. Some of you never matured when it comes to your choice of man and woman. You got guys out here who done got college degrees, they made that semi-mythical six figures mark in their life, which is like above average, super above average. They made that mark in their life, and these guys still now they want to take their money and they want to chase the cosmetically blessed females, the surgically, cosmetically blessed females. They're going to chase them and they don't know how to choose the proper woman. They so caught up. And what did they say in BBD Poison? Never trust a big butt and a smile. Uh, you got to learn. You got to make sure that that big butt you can trust and that smile. A lot of people don't learn how to do that. And when it comes to women as well, on the aspect of chasing their career, chasing the cheese, chasing the objective, some of them still dating like they're in high school. Some of them, see, when you were younger, it was cute to be with the bad boy. It was cute to like Pookie. You like to do it with the pants hanging off his arse. It was cute to like that kind of stuff. And you've been growing, chasing, doing all these other things, and you're not maturing. You don't have people in your ear telling you, like, you know what? You need to not know. What are you doing? I can't completely control your life, lady, but I can tell you one thing. Letting somebody go Kojak in you, letting somebody go raw in you ain't the bee's knees. Men and women, it's not the bee's knees. Stop letting that happen. See, I was talking to my friend today. He was like, look, he 1000% take responsibility for the mistakes he's made with who he chose to have his two sons with. He takes 1000% responsibility for that because he said something that I said in a video recently. There's no there's no margin of error for us. There's nothing to fall back on. It's like, oh my God, I'm a single dad. I have it so hard. What am I supposed to do? It's none of that. It's none of that. I find it funny that we've as men have never been the gatekeepers of sex. They say we are of marriage, and I'm saying, dudes, it's time to relinquish that as well, or you come at it a lot wiser. But back on subject here, like I'm saying, a lot of women do the same thing. They on the male side, you see a lot of them work their way up, get the high status that they feel this is what most women want because somehow today relationships have all become transactional. There's women that actually argue with me in comment sections of different places saying that marriages has always been of basically power for power structure. I'm like, I've been watching too much Game of Thrones. Y'all still on the motherfucking plantation. I'll tell you that now. You're still on the plantation. Instead of breeding for genetics to do field work, you're breeding basically to just for a bag, for a bag, for that proverbial bag. And it's funny that when I talk about things of this nature, it's always, oh, well, you just feeling a certain way. You're just bitter, blah, blah, blah. It ain't even about bitterness. It's about disappointment. Honestly, it's about straight up disappointment, y'all. There's some things that I just can't fathom that a lot of Negroes here in America allow our women to get away with. And I grew up always thinking, like, you know what? This shit ain't right. And you know where I get that kind of dissension from? Growing up and having it happen to me via friends and via female friends and via female family members. And I start to realize this ain't no way to live. This ain't no way to be in a relationship. I was once told by a relative of mine, and I won't say who it is, that yeah, as a guy, you supposed to make her happy and then she will return the favor. I'm like, what? So it's no there's no two-way street in a relationship? That's why I asked, and I didn't get a definitive answer, which means no. When a female don't give you a definitive answer, or somebody who's a bullshitter don't give you an answer, man or woman, that means no. Okay? They can't give you a definitive answer. No. So it's not a two-way street. Somebody in the comment section, please let me know. Either a guy or man or woman, you let me know. Either here on the live, if you're watching live, I can see all the comments right here. If you want to feel free, drop a comment on this one on the live stream on the YouTube. Because if you're just posting it, it's going to just appear on Facebook, and I'm not monitoring Facebook. So I asked the question, is relationships today 100% transactional? Because I feel like it's like that Moonchild song. Amber Navran said, I put my money on you. Put every penny on you. Right? Meaning like, and she's not talking like, she's not talking about money. She's talking about, like, metaphorically, she puts everything. She believes in you. She loves you. She believes in you. Does he love you and does he love you and believe in you? Do y'all love each other and believe in one another? You know, something. My friend sent me something today, and let me see if I could play the audio for it. Give me a second. And you know who you are. Let me see. Still can't believe the Giants came back and won. But anyway, here it is right here. Listen to this. And this is the realest shit. When he sent this to me, this shit clicked because this is what I've been saying. This is the type of stuff I'm saying, but to hear it come from a female mouth is shocking.
Be the one that got done wrong. This is why we struggle with accountability. Most women chase bad boys because being with a bad boy allows you to end up being a victim at some point or another. Why do they want to be victims? It is programmed in us that for me is some type of flex as a woman and as a mother. You can see it. Or a woman left with children to raise on her own. That is something that they get to flex off of. They believe it is a flex. That's why when I say produces the worst product, the comeback is, well, he did it to me. No award for that, and your child going to be a statistic. So, bitch, what are we talking about? The bad boys will allow, you're able to say, girl, I was fucking with Tyrone, he in the streets, bitch, you know, he took me out, it was exciting. There's the excitement side, but then there's always, if this doesn't work out with Tyrone, I have a story where Tyrone was the one that did me wrong. When you fucking with a Russell, he ain't finna do nothing. You never finna be no victim. And so what that means is, if the Russell never finna do no fuck shit and try you, guess what you got to do? What's that? You got to step your character up and not be doing fuck shit neither. You got to be not texting niggas and fucking and being flaw, and you got to be a good wife and go home, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. With Tyrone, shake a little something on the side because he be doing shit anyway. He Tyrone, he the bad boy. So the stuff I'm doing, women, we like to be the one that got done wrong.
But anyway, here it is right here. Listen to this. Yeah. And this is why when I mentioned something in the video before about Damon George, which I always bring up, the dude that got 33 kids by 20 women, this is that kind of hits me like at the point, like, see, they know. Ciara, she knew Future got all these fucking kids, and she still put herself in that situation to have a kid by him. And she mentioned, the lady who just was in that video, I think she was talking to Anton Daniels, she mentioned that if you dating a Russell, talking about Russell Wilson, who's supposed to be the good guy, the safe guy, all this other stuff, he ain't doing no shit. He's doing he living for you. He keeping it real. And the thing is, like she's trying to say, when you got a guy who's just straight up on his purpose and he's treating you well and he's not out in the street fucking around with all these different females, like she said, you gotta step your game up, meaning what is your excuse? If he's not doing you dirty, why are you doing him dirty? And a lot of women, when they do shit, they want to do dirt. They want to do dirt and get dirt so they can have reason to do dirt. And the cycle just keeps going round and round and round. Round and around we go. Like that song. It just keeps going. I really don't know what you came here for. Round and around we go. She in that song she's saying this is the shit she like in that song that Hot Sec had with Jonelle. The song was about her always trying to get out of the cycle, but they just keep going round and round. She can't quit him. She can't quit him. And you have to come to a realization sooner or later. As corrupt and no good as that guy is, you have to take that L as well. You have to take it because nobody told you to keep going back. And when I say this, this is not me absolving a lot of these dudes of their foul behavior. This is me saying, you can't be like, I'm sorry, you can't be this foolish. You can't be this foolish that you didn't see the trees right in front of you as you were walking through the goddamn forest of fuckery. You telling me you didn't see all these trees? These red trees? You didn't see the red trees. Instead of red flags, you didn't see all the red trees. You just just walk through there like everything was okay. It's like being in the Friday 13th movie. You hear it and you just still keep going. I'm sorry if I hit I'm out. Fuck that. But y'all like hearing. I just stick the head in. Don't worry, I pull out. The next thing you know, when he hit that spot, y'all lock your legs around him like a goddamn pit bull, and next thing you know, you're pregnant. And he an idiot for not using the condom. Oh yeah, speaking of that, is this what are we back in the 80s now? The late 70s, early 80s, where you hear somebody say, one of the guys say, yeah, I was looking at, let me see if I can find it actually. Let's actually go. Hey, what's going on, George? I'm good. Let's actually go to the video to see what I'm talking about here. Give me 1 second. Let me go to my browser green screen. Fresh and fit. The idiots that just keep on grifting. Dumbasses. Now they demonetized. They off the channel. Now, let's see if I can find the video early. Let me see if it's early 80s video about single black mothers. Let's see if that video pops up. So it was 70, 77, welfare mothers. Let's see. This one, I think it's Vanishing Black Family. It was a whole documentary. There was one thing I want y'all to hear.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. 1.
Wow. I forgot all about this part here, y'all. See? Nobody, see? This was 1986. I was 8 fucking years old. You see this? Look at this. Look at this. Only one other females wanted to be married to the father of their children. Oh, how some things have never changed. Some things have never changed. And this shit ain't funny. They're laughing. Let's keep going.
The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married?
Listen to this. They're going to say, to paraphrase, I'm going to play it, but to paraphrase, I didn't grow up in that type of home, and I came out fine, so I don't need to bring my child up in that shit. I don't need to get married. I came out fine. Watch.
I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because
Wow. She says she don't want a man. She don't want no man holding her. That's what they think of us, huh? But if we're doing things for them transactional, it's all well and good. But you don't respect our word. You don't want to be under our protection. But you want our protection, but you don't want to be under our leadership. I mean, noted. This shit's still going on today. Just to think, this was how many years ago? Jesus Christ, this was like 37 years ago? Like I said, I was 8 years old. I was thinking about Transformers the movie. Speaking of Transformers, maybe later.
I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so you know it really male figures are not substantially important in the
Nigga. I know I've seen part of this before, but this shit still triggers me because you know what? You know what's triggering me? Not because of exactly what they're saying, is because it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. These are the boomers, man. The boomers have taught the Gen Xers, and then somehow we came out half decent. The Gen Xers came out half decent, but it has gone downhill from here. It really has. But let's continue on. Fair use. Fair use.
family.
I ain't thinking about holding up for no sex, my man. You know, if a girl, she get having a baby, carrying a baby, hey, that's on her.
Wow. And see? You see that mentality? He said if it's on her. What? Watch the guy. I think he asked him about condoms and protection. Just watch.
I'm not gonna stop my pleasures because of another woman.
What about birth control? What about condoms?
Girls don't like them things. They don't like them things. They'll tell you to take them things off. They figure that you saying that they filthy or they dirty.
Yes, but I'm gonna pause this one here for a second. I'm gonna stop this here because you want to talk. This is what the internet. No, I'm gonna keep it going. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it going. But this is what the internet Pookie was talking about recently. The one that said he got 7 kids and stuff. He was saying about them not wanting to use condoms. So I'm sorry if you don't want to use condoms. I don't know you from a can of paint. Meaning, like, we've just met fairly recently. We haven't even been in a long-term relationship. and you not talking about birth control. I'm talking about condoms. You telling me no, you don't want me. No, no. My radar is like my spider senses is going all over the map. Like, why? Either you want to give me something, or what? Like, what is what? What? I'm sorry. Let's just keep going.
It's been a startling change in values. 25 years ago, you would not have heard such things said so freely because they were not embraced so widely.
Yeah, that was in 25 years ago. From that point, that was 61. That was the roaring 60s. You know, where they called you it was the hippies, free love, all that other shit, and the rise of feminism, black feminism, which leads to what we got here. And nobody, when I say that, I'm not saying feminism bad. It's the feminism as it was has been dead. What's going on today? I don't agree with that because it's not all about equality. It's all about suppressing and shutting us up from having thoughts, feelings, and preferences, and making everything about her. And this is what led to how I started out this video. If you're not growing in character, how the fuck are you going to know how to choose better or want better for yourself? All you're going to do is take all the studies that you learn, all the academia, or your degree, the money you earn now, and you're going to invest it more in bullshit because money enhances who you truly are. So work on who you truly are. So when you get to where you want to be in life, guess what? You will do it right, or you would do it better than you could have potentially done it worse. But let's get back to this. Fair use.
Strong family was still the backbone of Black America, and 3 out of 4 children had both parents at home. That is true no longer. Most Black
3 out of 4 Black children back in the 60s grew up with both parents in a nuclear family. And he said it's not no more. This is 1986. Nope. That could be me right there. With the basketball. I was about that age right there, probably older maybe.
Black children are now growing up without their fathers. The result is a world turned upside down as children copy what they see and repeat what they learn. LaDawn said she didn't have a father in her home and doesn't think her children need one.
She doesn't think that. You see, this is something I mentioned before with like a lot of these single mother parents to these athletes that make it into the NFL, NBA. It's all good and it's all well and good when that boy becomes something great and he's able to give her the life that she wished she could have gave him, which is sad. But it's all her. It's going to be all me. I did it. Look, I raised this boy and look what he's become. But if LeBron James was Braun with a gun inside his boxers and his pants hanging off his ass, she'd be blaming that shit on his absentee father, wouldn't she? But I digress. Let's keep on. Fair use.
She's not unusual. Half the Black families today are headed only by a woman. Clorinda said she could make it on her own as a single parent. She has never been married and is raising her daughter without a man's help. She's not unusual. Today, nearly 60% of all Black children are born out of wedlock.
60%. This was 1986. So I wonder what that percentage is now. Let's look that up. All right. Let's look it up. This is 1986, so 37 years later. Wow. All right. Now this is up 2005. I need something recent. Let's look. Percentage of Black American children born out of wedlock. In 2011, it was 72. I need something, 72%. Jesus Christ. But let's see what it is now. All right, this is more recent, February. This is 2020. Oh, this is just in, let me see. 2020. Yeah, it's 69.4%, according to the Center for Equal Opportunity. So it's at 70%. No, that's 2018. Mm-hmm. So it's about 70%. 70%. Wow, 70%. That's not good. Yeah, it's at 70%, man. 70, which is crazy. Oh, yeah, and let me read the rest of it. They said, all right, for blacks, the number is 69.4%. American Indians, Alaskan Natives, 68.2%. Holy shit. Native Americans got high too? Damn. Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders is at 50%. Jesus. Hispanics is at 51.8%. For whites is at 28.2%. And for Asian America, they got the lowest at 11.7%. Asian Americans. But Pacific Islanders and Native Americans got high rates. But of course, this is one award I wish Black people didn't take the cake on. But you can't change the mentality of people if they don't want to hold themselves accountable. It's a circle that just keeps going round and round. You know, this is how you start. The circle starts like this. You start with Pookie and Kiki having irresponsible sex, and Pookie's gonna Pookie and not want to take care of the kid. She gonna keep the kid, or she do the other thing, the deletion, and I'll get into that in a moment on the numbers of that, which is horrible, horrible numbers. But anyway, that cycle starts with Pookie and Kiki. Pookie don't want to be a daddy because Pookie wanted to have raw sex. Kiki wanted to be irresponsible along with him and allow him to have unprotected sex. So next thing you know, she's raising that kid on her own. And if it's a boy, he's gonna probably he can go numerous directions. He can either grow up emulating his mother, if you know what I mean, which is nothing wrong with that, but they all in this day and age, I've seen worse. Okay? She's gonna grow up. He's gonna grow up emulating his mother, or he's gonna grow up and she's gonna groom him indirectly to be that same type of man Pookie was. That Pookie was, the baby daddy was. And then he's gonna go out and he's gonna do the same thing to a girl his age that was done to her, to his own mother. And then the cycle just keeps going on and on and on. And on and on and on. Meanwhile, if she would have got with somebody that wasn't trying to run up in her Kojak, and these two waited a little bit, got to know each other, actually had protected sex. Protected sex with somebody that you barely know. I mean, people can only speak about your promiscuity if you're wearing it on your sleeve. And you're either a neighborhood harlot and you have a reputation, or you are walking around with a bunch of children and no daddy in sight. It's one or the other. Sometimes it's both. You know how many 304s out here have multiple kids by different men? but then they still are out here trying to get trying to get things done by showing I don't even want to get into it. It's crazy though. So let me get back to where we at in this video.
Timothy said his children are not his responsibility. He has left them to be supported by their mothers and welfare.
Well, damn. Whew. You hear that? You hear that, right? That is sad. But this is how it be. Sometimes a guy will leave him. Sometimes she'll choose welfare first off because of all the benefits that came with it. But this guy's saying no. And all he had to do, which I gotta get on a lot of brothers now, too. It's all right to say no. It's okay to say no if she don't want to wants you to wear a condom. It ain't that much poom poom in the world. I don't care if she said it was platinum coated and it felt like warm velvet inside. Do you want what can come out of there if you don't want to take care of it? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. And a lot of guys back then was showing you, and these be the same. This nigga here gotta be at this point now. I say age range. He looked like this was 1986. He was about 20. He could have been like early 20s. So this man got to be pushing 60 if he's not in his 60s already by now. So this borderline boomer be the same ones trying to get on young dudes and tell them what they do. They be the ones that got the most slip, knowing from back in the days that where they came up and stuff, raising kids were a lot cheaper. It was a lot cheaper than it is today. But they the first ones that always talk down on you and tell you what you ain't doing enough. And I'm like, nigga, I know you not talking. You live in a bedroom in an apartment in your daughter's apartment. Fuck out of here, man. Anyway, let me keep going.
He's not unusual either. For LaDon and Clorinda and Timothy, and many more like them in cities all over America, the traditional family no longer exists. It has vanished, and something new is taking its place. Single women and the children they're rearing alone are the fastest growing part of the black population. What becomes a family in a world where the values are being turned upside down?
If the parent 17 and 18, uneducated, unmotivated,
She said no lies. She spoke no lies there. And when you got ancient parents, just because you got your mother with you doesn't mean she about shit. Some had you and kept you because you were a meal ticket. I'm sorry to say that. I'm not saying that to everybody who's watching this video. It's not a universally. You what? Let me plug this. I'm sorry. I left unplugged. All right, let me plug in my laptop. All right. I'm saying it's a universal. Not it, and I'm not blaming all of y'all for being that or saying that, insinuating that just blindly. But if you haven't come up with it, you have seen somebody in your neighborhood who only has children because they have no motivation in life, and the only way they're gonna have their bills paid is to stay pregnant. But when your eggs dry up, ho, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get custody of your grandchildren. You're gonna teach your daughter to continue doing the same thing so you can take care of her in that and have some place like that. No motivation. This is what this woman's talking about in this video, but let's continue on. Fair use. Fair use.
Parents don't know anything. How are they going to teach the children? So it's not racism that I'm fighting right now. It's the lack of motivation. It's, you see, I'm not even talking about racism. Maybe later on we'll get back to that. But I think we are destroying ourselves. It's
Say it again. What did she say?
We believe putting our energy back into the community is just as important as getting it out.
All right, so yeah, basically, to let's get away from that one for a moment. Yeah. This is basically what we're dealing with. And it hasn't changed. It went from 60, it's grown from within the last 37 years. It's probably more than that. That was 2020 that we got that 69.4, 70%. I'm thinking it's about, it got to be between 70 and 75 right now, which is not, that's no good. That is no good, yo. So I know I went on a long tangent about that for about an hour, but that bothers me. A lot of people don't understand. This is part of the reason. There's been almost opportunities where I could have been a dad, but different things have happened. People took different paths. One couldn't keep, one could conceive but not carry. The other just decided not to go through with it. Because probably she realized she wouldn't have the ecosystem of my family. And that wasn't my choice. She would have had just me. Because it's my responsibility. But some people always want to be like, you know what? Let's throw them on the grandma. I'm gonna go out and put on my fuck me pumps and go out and stuff and leave the kids with either your mama or my mama. And I'm like, no, that's not what grandmothers are for. They're not strictly for that. They're not strictly for that. But that's all I really wanted to talk about on that situation there. But yeah, I know. I went long, but it had to be said. It really had to be said. So anyway, I know I probably ruffled some feathers, but like I said, it needed to be said. So let me check what's going on with the stream. Make sure I can still see. All right, those match up well. Those match up good. Cool. But at this segment of the video, we're gonna try to turn things up lighter. Get things to be a little bit more lighthearted. That's why I said this is a random, meaning like it ain't just one particular situation or so. We're going to get back into this video and we're going to get rid of this video because I shown you what you needed to see and stuff. So let's go to my subscriptions. See what's going on lately in that. Oh, all right. Kid Gravity Beyond is on. Donald Trump talks to NBC Meet the Press. Let's see what happens. My trip. Fratanga Plays is on. Real Review Tech is on. Obsidian done dropped a few. Yeah, let's check out these Obsidian shorts because I like when he dropped these out.
The baby daddy and the husband that has children, a family man, in the traditional sense, they are not the same kind of guys. They're two different people. I mean, the baby daddy may be a great guy. He may be a good person, but I'm sorry, he's not on the same plane legally and socially as the husband that is a father and family man. I'm sorry, he's just not. He's just not. That's just the plain truth. The baby daddy and the husband that has children, a family man, I'm a very moderate conservative. The baby daddy and the husband, I'm a very moderate conservative. I would describe myself as a moderate. When it comes to social issues, I'm a bit more moderate. Like I believe that they should be legalized. I guess you could say I'm more libertarian
Let's
on this
go
point.
home. Let's go home. But yeah, there's a couple. All right, let's go to subscriptions. Let's see what we're working with here. Tennessee woman missing from Memphis Riverboat after friends celebrated her birthday on 2-hour cruise. Yo, this shit keep happening, yo. Then we got Aisha Tyler. She paid $2 million to her ex. Yeah, that Brad finessed her, yo. Them Brads be finessing these black women out here because they know these black women are worshiping Brads. I can't wait to see this tomorrow, yo. This is Tory and Rand Reloaded. Let me see. I'm gonna move out of the way. If you don't know, Tory and Rand Reloaded, subscribe to his channel. Good channel right here. Subscribe to Tory and Rand Reloaded or so. And coming this week is Separate Ways for Resident Evil. The DLC is going to be $10 only, and it's going to have a full-on playthrough for Ada. So, oh yeah, and if you didn't know, Candace Owens got a second suspension on her channel because, shocker, surprise, she can talk and say as much egregious shit about black people, and she's black also, as you can see. She could talk as much shit, but she's Caribbean, of Caribbean descent. You know, a lot of them, you know how they feel about black Americans. Um, it is what it is. But she could say whatever she wants, say a lot of egregious shit, just straight disrespect and spread lies about George Floyd, do all that stuff to appease her bigoted audience. But she knows not to talk about them folks that survived that ordeal in World War II. You know just who I'm talking about. She don't talk about those survivors. She don't talk about those folks. But she made a mistake and ran her mouth about the Alphabet Academy, and that's just something you don't do. Even though they are under 10%, they are a protected class of people, right? And this woman was going out of her fucking way. Yes. All right, let me point to her. That one right there, Candace on. Only if my fan can go there. That woman right there was saying and misgendering a lot of them. And my thing is, just because I don't live an alternate lifestyle doesn't mean that I don't carry on respectfully. In my field of work, I have to be respectful because I'm trying to help people while they're sick, and some people just want to be treated how they feel. And you may not agree with it, but God damn it, be professional. And this woman right there, that heifer, was purposely calling trans women who they biologically is. And yes, you might know that. You know that. You know what they are. But for God's sakes, I'm not even advocating for them. Just have some have some respect. And know that you can't get away with that on YouTube. You got to know the streets you in. That's why you see me say I call them the Alphabet Academy, because that's a play on the academy. It's something Torian came up with, but I've put alphabet in it to make it my own as well. But so you can know who I'm talking about. I work with people every day who have that lifestyle. Even at my other job as a medical transport, I've worked with numerous trans women. And the thing is that I have to be respectful because you can clearly tell they don't carry themselves to be overtly feminine, and you can clearly tell what they biologically is. So I ask, how would you like to be referred as? Because I'm trying to be respectful here. You know, do I talk to you like I would talk to any other dude, or do I basically treat you like the way you want to be treated so I don't have any problems. That simple. It's called being diplomatic. So we just continue on. Let me see. She got suspended because of that. And you said Alphabet Academy works better. Yes, Alphabet Academy works. Thank you. Yeah, it works better. So I'm just like, you know what? Okay. I get to life like I got so much, I got bigger fish to fry in my life, man. A lot of people don't understand how mentally crippling it is to be a single man. And now I'm hearing a lot of men that I grew up with, or a lot of people that I know telling me, yo, get your passport. A lot of them are telling me to get my passport, George. To try to at least try to, I don't see. My thing is that I'm not afraid to go out of here to look for love, to look for it. I don't want to travel because of that. I want to travel because I want to fucking see the world. Now I gotta travel and I gotta worry about seeing the world and thinking like, you know what? If I meet somebody in this other country, this might be the best option for me. Do I really want to go home? I have to go home because I got business to take care of. I gotta work. I gotta uproot and potentially uproot, try to change my career, try to get a job and learn IT so I can work from home. I can work from a computer and live in the country, just be with somebody else because my own women in America, and I say not, yeah, in America, they lost, excuse me, they lost touch on how to treat a man. That's sad, bro. That's sad. So I'm not rebelling against the passport bros because I'm a simp and I'm like, oh no, these women are queens. What are they gonna do? No, fuck that. I see they've done some horrible shit to me, but I'm still here because I wanna. I shouldn't have to go nowhere. Accountability has to be held. And you saying, let me read this down here. Yeah, you say you want to try for the right reasons. Yes, I do. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to fix that. Yeah, I want to travel for the right reasons. I don't want to have to worry about that. I really don't. I don't want to travel for that. That becomes lame. But then I don't want to be part of the guys that be on here like, yeah, I travel and I do this and stuff and I met this person here. Oh, I'm not one about traveling and trying to rub other women around the world. I want to rub them in my own women's face. That's not what it's about to me. I'm not that bitter. Yeah, you harbor some sort of bitterness because you like, God damn it, why? It shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard. So Tia Nutella and Iman Shumpert are separated. Not surprised. Marriages ain't shit anymore. All right, so let's see. Let's go home. Look, that's me. It's meta. I'm watching a a a play of my old one of my recent live stream. Look, Cersei Lee. This just looks sugary. Look at this. Let's see what this is about.
What's something you learned that absolutely blew your freaking mind?
I had no idea about the Kool-Aid and lemonade trick. So apparently, right, a 52-ounce lemonade container like this, right, if you were to put just like one package of Kool-Aid in here, it's like the perfect proportions. It tastes really good. And then you can add different mixtures. So I'm going to try blue raspberry lemonade. Hey, here's blue raspberry lemonade. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. You just gotta put the cap on, and then we mix it up. Okay, hold on. All right, let's give it a try.
Interesting.
Ooh, that's good. That is good. And if you want to get a drink that has 0 sugar in it and add the Kool-Aid, apparently it makes a nice sweet drink with not a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah, I would need to do that because I'm about to say that's too much goddamn sugar. Too much sugar. Anyway, let me see. You said see the world and how it is outside of the bubble that is America. Trust me, it's an eye opener and a life changer. Yeah, I know. I believe you. My allergies are bothering me. I believe you. It's just that I think I put myself in so much financial demand. I put so much financial demand on myself, but there's ways to get around it. Um, I start another job soon, so I'm just gonna have to work hard. It's like my job currently, I do 12-hour shifts. 12 to me is the new 8. If I gotta do an 8-hour shift, I'm like, I can't even go home straight sometimes. I gotta do something for the other 3.5 to 4 hours before I get home. So I'm so accustomed to it. So at my other, I'll be starting another job because I have a new car. I bought a new car, George, brand new. Went to the dealership with a recall and ended up with a new car. Fuck my life. But once I get certain things paid off and all this other stuff, I'm more free to do that. But the only thing that's really keeping me here are those 2 dogs out there. Chip and Pete are the only things that are keeping me grounded right now. Honestly. Chip and Pete keep me grounded. Nobody's gonna take care of them. That's the only reason. They part of the reason why I'm here now. And if I didn't have pets, I've been moved a long time ago, or been trying to move. I kid you not. They the only thing that keep me here are the pets. So let's lighten up the mood a little bit. Let's go to uh here. And as you can see here, I got this going. And who is this buddy here with me? And I'm gonna disappear off of this screen for a second. And what do we have here? If you know, you know. Who do we have here? Yeah, I know who this guy is. So I was doing a whole thing last night while I was doing live talk, and I was actually basically doing some transformations and talking. Said maybe at least do an out of state trip. Yeah, I gotta do an out of state trip. So let's get him separated. Who's this transformer? He is the most iconic. Everybody know who he is. So let's remove the trailer. If you had the trailer right here, you have the gun and the turret here, but I'm shocked. Where's Roller? You telling me there's no Roller? Where's Roller at? He's not in this? Well, at least we know this guy here's gun is here. So let's fold this back down and let's put the trailer back together like that. And we're gonna put you over here for now, trailer and stuff. So we're just chilling, just talking, just getting things on. I treat these things like Rubik's cubes, to a degree. So you got here, open the wheels up, pop that out right here, and you want to separate the legs like that. You want to put the feet out right here like that, feet out like that, and like that, and like that. Now you got the legs figured out. Now, let's go to the arms. The arms on each side here. And you want to get those out. And I agree though. I do want to do an out of state thing, but like I said, I want to get somebody to at least watch the dogs for me. Something to find some place to take care of them. Now, lift this up. Let's bring the head out. You know what I watched today for the first time? And it was a damn good movie. Fucking Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That movie was great, man. That movie really tugged at the heartstrings, man. James Gunn, I take my hat off to him. He did it good. That Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was a great movie, man. So now, let's see how we get Prom back together here. All right. You fold you up, put you here. Let's figure out his torso. That's always the trouble with Optimus Prime here. It ain't that difficult of a transformation. It's just sometimes I know you twist it around to put the truck mode like that, and you put the wheels down, but then you want to do that, you want to transform them, and there's a missing procedure I forgot to do. Yeah, that movie right, that movie was James Gunn. I don't think he has a chance in DC. Warner Brothers is just fucked. So I don't know how long he got trying to run DC because DC is just cursed, man. Their movie division is just cursed. Here we go. I missed a step. At the strange essence. See, I always miss a step. Now let's get his hands out. But no peace. And when the stars come out, I am comforted. No, right. Say hi to the camera, Optimus Prime. My name is Optimus Prime. But yeah, and now put the blaster in his hand, and you got Prime. But first, I think I missed something. There we go. Hold you up, put you back. Is it me? Boom. And now we have Optimus Prime constructed. Let me move the camera up a little bit. There we go. And we got Optimus Prime put together just like that. And y'all should know who this is. He's already transformed, but check him out. Y'all should already know who this guy is. And this is movie accurate with the matrix around his neck on a chain that he took from Ultra Magnus on the planet Junkian. And you got Galvatron, who figure-wise is much bigger and heavier than the Optimus figure. as you can see. But in comparison, Rodimus is about his size. So here we go. So I just chilling. I'm just doing these things now. Let's see who I transform next. Already did. Leaving off from last night. Let's do Wreck-Gar. Wreck-Gar, the leader of the Junkians, voiced by Eric Idle in the old movie from from Monty Python. So he was a junkie on a motorcycle. So here we go. We're gonna do Wreck-Gar like this. Look, if you can see carefully, that's the feet right there. And the legs, this is the hip and shoulders. It's a cool trend. This is one of the coolest ones. And you take this and put this back there like that. And the wheels actually can roll on certain surfaces, but that's Wreck-Gar you have right there. So now let's take this off. Let's get the legs, these little pin things here. Let's separate that. Now, let's get the legs separated. Let's take the wheel out. And you want to get the feet straight like this. Hinge. Those are the feet right there, see? And now, these are the arms. So now you want to separate that. And you want to bring the shoulders out like that. And you free up the head like that. Then you want to take these, you want to unhinge this down, and you want to fold the windshield of the motorcycle down area. And you're going to get the shoulders to come back in. Right? I'll fold that back. Get that going. And we're almost there. Just like that. But first, I want to put the shoulders in. Oh no, I want to put those out like that. I gotta figure this out. See, this is one of the ones always got issue. Now, here we go. Fold that up. And now I'm going to fold this here. Yeah, it's one of the ones that always get me. I'm almost there. Just trying to get the gist of it before I finalize it, because it's a step I'm missing. Yeah, I think I know what I have to do. There we go. Let's try to get you in there like that. Right? Right guard. It's there. Just like that. Right guard. You could take his hands and bring them out. By the springs here. And with each of these, you could take each wheel and put it there like that. And shake it out like that. And there we go. Just that. Just like that. You use both of them here. Yeah. And you could take this and put it back here. And you got Rekar. Just like that. It took me a moment to get it. You know me, when I get quiet, I'm actually trying to actually get it going right. So yeah. There he is. Rekar. And I really liked Eric Idle's performance of Rekar. Yo, that 86 movie, I know we talk about it a lot. But that movie there, the voice cast was off the chain. We had Judd Nelson. We had Judd Nelson as Hot Rod. Robert Stack from The Untouchables, Elliot Ness as Ultra Magnus. You had Lionel Stander, who was the older man on Heart to Heart, that old 80s series. Lionel Stander was Cup. You had Leonard Nimoy as Galvatron. You had Orson Welles as Unicron. And of course, let me see, who else? Was there any other famous voice in there? I think I nailed Judd Nelson, um, Robert Stack, Leonard Nimoy, Eric Idle, uh, yeah, Orson Welles. You had those five in that movie. And financially, the movie might not have been a big hit, but it's a cult classic now. But you know what really grinds my gears about that? People crying. You got 40 something old men. I think I said it in my last stream. 40 something year old men crying over the death of Optimus Prime, and they hate Rodimus and Hot Rod for that. And I'm like, y'all grown ass men, let it the fuck go. Let it go. Yep, Orson Welles. Now, let's get to RC, who was voiced by Susan Blue, who I think she still does voices and stuff, but yeah, Susan Blue. We got RC right here. Pretty much clean transformation, but under it, look, you can see her robot mode like right there, just like that. That's simple. She got one of the more straightforward transformations. Put it here, bring her feet out, unpop this part from here, And I want to bring her out of there a little bit, like that. I'm going to take this, and I want to twist it like this. I'm going to twist it like this, and I'm going to bring this up here. Or twist it around, I'm sorry, like that. I'm going to bring that part, but I'm going to twist this, like, I'm going to bring this flap up right here. So bring it in, like that. But let's fold that in. Let's fold this one in, like that. And then here, and here, like that. And you take those two prongs there, and you can take off the top sharp part if you want, but you want her to wear that like a whole backpack. Turn her head around. Turn RC's head around. And you want to fold down where the wheels go, like that. And you want to fold down also where the wheels go, like that. And then you want to bring it a little bit more up, like that. And then you want to twist her legs around like that, beneath the front, not the torso. You can do the torso, but we're going to do the legs just like that. And let's try to get her to strike a balance. She used to be. All right. And boom, like that. And you have RC. That's simple. Ta-da, you have RC. And I will show you guys in a moment. Okay. There you go. Sorry. I had it on the wrong filter. I was doing that the whole time thinking that the camera was showing you, but there you go. That's simple. Like her transformation is pretty much very straightforward. Just if you want to transform her back to a vehicle, just basically take that out, pop this out, put this flap up, twist it around. But first you want to pop this one out or move her down like that. And you want to put these flaps up where the car motor's at. And you want to bring these back out. So you want to move her away like that. Bring this in. And you want to bring that in like that. And then you want to get the feet, you want to turn it right here at the thigh. Turn it at the thigh, turn it at the thigh. Keep the hip straight forward, turn it at the thigh. And you want to get the arms in there like that. And you want to fold those back up. And knees to the side. And boom. Foot down, foot like that. And lock this into place like that. Then once you set that one into place, like that, if I want to do it more, but I only did it like that just to show you. I'm gonna pull it back out. All right, man. I'll see you next time, George. But just to show you real quick, because I only want to do a brief thing to show you that it's pretty straightforward to transform her. She's one of the easier ones to transform. Just like that. Just like that. Boom, boom. Tab. Fold it down. Fold it down. And then arms out. This here, like that. And all right, now I'm gonna take that and turn it like a backpack. But first, let's fold this down and fold this one down like that. Pop that into the back of that. Then bring her a little bit closer in. And there she is. See? RC is that simple. One of the easier ones to transform. That simple, y'all. Like RC. Oh, me, I just was doing, I do videos randomly, and I talk about random topics, and then I always do it while I'm doing live stream. I'll show you some of the studio series Transformers and other stuff and transform them and show you. It's pretty much because I have a lot of love for the Transformer series from the classic era. And on top of that, these transformations, these figures are not for children. These transformations are very intricate at times, and I'm just showing people basically you could do that and we could talk about different stuff. So that's basically what I'm doing right here. This is me on camera. I go by Kazama Fury, or you could call me Kareem, which is my actual name. How you doing? And you say your name is Reese Faust. How you doing? Welcome to my channel. It's just something I do. I just talk about various things socially, social awareness, nerd shit, just different stuff. And I just go through it and stuff like that. But I have a huge love for Transformers. So, how you doing? Let me get back to my other screen here, which you can see. So I have RC here. And there we go. RC is all set. From the 86 Transformer series. From the movie or so. Yeah, they are awesome, yo. Let me show you some of the ones I already transformed earlier in the podcast. And this one. These were the three I was doing in the podcast. And without cheating, name these three Transformers you see in front of you. Anybody in the chat, name these three Transformers you see in front of you. I mean, come on, the guy in the red and blue, that's a dead giveaway. But yeah, this is three of them right here. So these were the three I did. Yesterday, I went through Ultra Magnus, Rodimus Prime. Well, I did Rodimus Prime earlier. Or so. But yeah, you got these three here. So you got, of course, Retgar. So you got these three here. Yeah, so name those three. All right. Oh yeah. So that's the female is RC. The female name is RC, and the motorcycle one with the wheels is Eric. It's Wreck-Gar. Wreck, like wreck something, you wreck it, and Gar, Gar, Wreck-Gar. He was voiced by Eric Idle in the original '86 movie, his first appearance. Eric Idle from Monty Python. He voiced Wreck-Gar. And this here, this test of knowledge here, you got to know who this is. Everybody got to know who this guy is. Without me even transforming him, everybody got to at least know who he is. You can name him. I'm gonna start the transformation, but once you catch up or so, you can name this. You try to name him. He's an Autobot, of course. You see the logo. This guy here, you got to know. Oh, you don't know? Oh, his name is Perceptor. He is the Autobot scientist. That's why he transforms into a microscope. That is Perceptor. He's the Autobot scientist. Let's get his head up. There we go. Just like that. Let's get his scope back on. There you go. And this is Perceptor. He's one of the OG ones also from the original 1985 series. And the 86 movie, he survived as well. That is Perceptor. Perceptor, yep. Okay. I appreciate you stopping by and stuff so people know. All right. Right. So transform some more. Ah. All right, good. That's what I needed to get. All right, so there we go. So it's been all well and good. I, for one, am about to take it down. I gotta go to bed. I got some things I gotta do in the morning. I gotta get ready for work and all that good stuff. But it's been real talking to you guys. Getting some therapeutic transformations done with the Transformers, which I always find transforming them back and forth therapeutic. It's like a brain game to me. It's definitely like a brain game to me. But anyway, man, it's been your boy Fury. I am about to wrap this one up. Thank you for stopping by, watching, doing all the stuff. I know I'm weird, I'm nerdy, I'm opinionated, all that good stuff. But I tell you this one thing: I'm always speak from here, from the Corazon. So have a good night, everybody. I, for one, will check you soon. And I am about to be out, y'all. So peace out.